base to pixel 1, base to pixel 1. Do you read?
This is Pixel 1 here. Good morning, Linda. You missed me?
Sam, a new mission briefing uploading, looking for swift execution.
Serious as always. Downloading now. It's in Cordilia Trench right after the Kai Caves. Interesting.
Incredible animation, my goodness. Brilliant in texture with the movement of water and distortion, vibrant colors and framing. I thought the voice acting was also really impressive. The characters were clear, they had a nice level of interplay and a cheekiness throughout that I thought was really effective at giving this piece the edge it had. The pacing slowed near the end to give us that ominous quality of looming danger, and then was wrapped up in a clever little twist that I did not foresee coming. Excellent use of the short format, fully rounded and biting story, literally, in less than 5 minutes, which I thought was really cool. But this animation was a masterclass. I was quite blown away. Said, okay, I'm ready to immerse myself in this and trust fully in what they're about to do, because it was very professional.
So this piece uses AI animation to create an underwater world in the character who is looking forward to retirement after several missions collecting samples in the deep ocean. And it establishes this relationship between him and his AI navigation, which feels really warm. It really gives you a false sense of security. You're thinking that there's a camaraderie there, there's trust there. So you really don't see the ending coming, because it does surprise you, because they take the time to really establish that relationship in the way that they do, which I thought was just a very interesting way to, hide the twist.
Definitely had a fantastic cinematic visual quality to it. Very artsy that way, just with certain shot choices. The lighting, of course, fantastic. Very sort of mysterious, really interesting as far as the vocal performances. There's a sort of, I guess, almost unexpected kind of like southern sort of an inflection to, which I thought was a good contrast, and it worked really well. The writing really, it landed well in some places, and other places I was wondering if it was just a product of the sort of genre or subgenre that this piece might fit into, or it was almost sort of campy comic book style. But overall, I thought it was just a really interesting piece, both visually and the way it sort of just kind of leaned into the mystery, almost bordering confusion sometimes, and really, as a viewer, had me wondering a lot.
This sci-fi endeavor is really expressive within their animation. The details of life under the sea is definitely something the filmmaker took a point to make a focus on. I feel like this was less about the characters and less about what was happening there, and more about the intricacies of the animation work itself, and learning the tools and really noticing those itty bitty details, the motion of movement within the landscape of a space. I feel like this was more intentional with the world building of animation, and then the story coincides within the space of what they were working with. And it was, in fact, a fun story for us to get lost in, for us to only find this little mystery of what 10 actually ultimately